welcome to this video, which is going to be about a 45-minute yoga flow. So find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, with enough space for your yoga mat, or if you haven't got a yoga mat, you could use a towel. What else? It might be nice to have a cushion. We're going to start with some seated breath work. So it might be nice to sit on a cushion or on a block so your hips are above your knees. If you've not got a block, use a cushion. And we take child's pose on a few occasions throughout the flow. So if you find that your hips move away from your heels when you come to take your head down to the floor, a cushion's a really nice way to keep your hips back towards your heels, but also have something to rest your head on. Also, you may want a blanket for your Shavasana. At the end of the video, I'll settle you into Shavasana. And so if you want to stay there for a rest and cover yourself in a blanket, that's a really nice way to finish the class. And please do take your Shavasana. It's not just lying down on the floor. It is rest. It is a pose. And sometimes it is the hardest pose, giving yourself permission to rest. So pause the video if you need to, get your stuff, pop some nice chilled music on if that feels good, and then meet me when you're ready. So let's start by getting into a comfortable seated position. If you can sit with your legs crossed, then take this cross-legged position called Sukhasana. And if you can't, if that isn't accessible to you, just sit with your legs out or your legs wide, or even if you want to lie on your back, lie on your back. If you can take Sukhasana, it'll allow your hips to start to open up. And if you want to sit on a cushion or a block or something to just raise your hips a little bit and make your seat a little more comfortable, then feel free to do that. And then take a little tuck of the chin, close down the eyes, or take a soft gaze down the nose. And then let's start to check in with the body. Soften the brow. Unclench your teeth. Notice where your tongue is. Let your tongue rest. That might be at the top of the mouth. Check in with the shoulders. Make sure your shoulders aren't up by your ears. And check in with the spine. Notice if you start to dump into your lower back, can you sit tall? And check in with the knees. See if you can relax your knees and your ankles. Bring your attention to your breath. Just noticing the breath. And then start to deepen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Consciously lengthening the breath. Keeping your focus on the breath. Quietening the mind. Let's take one more full round of breath. And then let your breath return to its natural rhythm. It may naturally stay slower. It may not. Try not to attach any judgment to it. Just breathe. And then gently opening up the eyes. Let's come into a side bend. So plant the left hand on the floor. And then reach the right arm up and over, taking a nice bend into the side, bending into the elbow of the supporting arm, and then reaching up and over. Plant the hand on the floor. Let's go with the other arm. Reach up and over. And then bring the hand down onto the mat. Let's bring the breath into it. Inhale as you reach the arm up and over. Exhale as you release. Inhale, bring the arm up and over. Exhale as you release. Let's do one more to each side. This feels really nice. Keeping that breath nice and long and even. And then release. If you're sat on a cushion or a block, pop your cushion out the way. Oops. We're going to come into some windscreen wipers. So have your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Use your hands to press the palms of your hands, the heels of your hands into the mat. So you've got that tall back. And then drop the knees over to the right. And then bring them back to center. And drop them over to the left. Come back to center. Ease into it, particularly if this is the first movement you've done really today. Take an inhale. As you exhale, release over to the right. Take an inhale as you come back to center. As you exhale, release to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's do it again. Exhale, drop to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Drop to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Let's come into tabletop position. We're going to warm up our wrists. Come into a little bit of hip circling. So wrists are underneath the elbows, elbows are underneath the shoulders. So one long line. Then spread your fingers so you've got a nice base to work with. And then have your knees hip distance apart, and then send your right hip towards your right heel. Circle round so the left hip comes towards the left heel, and then start to bring the body forward, putting a little bit of weight through the wrists. And bring your attention to your breath. Next time you get to the top, switch direction. Send your hips all the way back towards your heels. See if you can make that connection. See if you can feel your sacrum brush against your heels, really sitting back. And then putting some weight through the wrists when you get to the top. Let's do one more. And then let's meet in tabletop position. We'll come into cat-cow, drop the belly and look forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, come up into cat. Tuck the chin, strong through the arms. When you're ready to inhale, dropping back down into cow. Let the movement come from your tailbone. Let it ripple through your spine. Staying strong in the arms in cat. Tuck that chin, press through the hands, and then let's meet in tabletop position. From here, we're going to come into extended child's pose. So bring the knees as wide as the mat, bring the big toes together, and then sink your hips all the way back to your heels. Rest your forearms on the mat, rest your head on the mat. If your head doesn't quite reach the mat, get your cushion or a block. Bring the floor to you. Stretch your arms forward. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel that stretch in the inner thighs. This is our resting pose. So this is where you can come to in class, in this video, if you just want a rest. Want a little break, take this pose. On your next inhale, start to lift your gaze, press the ground away with your hands as you come back into tabletop position. Let's set up for downward facing dog. So your knees are hip distance apart, your fingers are spread, then walk your hands a little further forwards of your shoulders. Draw the belly button back towards the spine, tuck the toes, send your hips up and back. Ooh, pedal out your feet. Wake up your hamstrings. And then steady your legs. Have a go at bending the knees. Lengthening the spine by sending the chest a little closer to your knees. And then straightening out the legs, sending the heels towards the mat. Walk your hands towards your feet. Let's come into ragdoll forward fold. Bring your hands to your elbows. Release your neck. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Fold over your legs. Hinge at the hips. Let the neck hang. Take a deep breath. Release your hands towards your feet and slowly roll up. Let the head come up last. Take a shoulder roll when you get to the top. And then with your feet hip distance apart, active legs, pressing the feet into the mat. We're going to take a circle of joy, start to open up the upper body. So interlace your hands in front of your chest. We'll do the movement, then we'll bring the breath into it. So send your palms forwards and away from you as you tuck your chin. Really press your palms forward so you open up the back of the shoulders. And now think about pressing into the feet as you raise your arms, sending your palms towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels okay. Stretch through the sides. And then release your hands. Interlace them behind your back. Clasp your fingers together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Have a little lift of the arms if that feels nice. Get a stretch across the front of the shoulders. And then release. This time, let's try it with the breath. So interlace your hands in front of your chest. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press the palms forward, tuck your chin. As you inhale, raise the arms, take your gaze up to the ceiling, stretch through the sides. As you exhale, release your hands, clasp them behind your back. Take an inhale as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, take a little lift of the hands. And then exhale, release. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. Let's come into some half sun salutations. So active legs in Tadasana pose. Press the feet into the mat. Slight lift of the kneecaps. Engage the glutes. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take a little tuck of the chin. Bring your attention to your breath. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up. Take your gaze up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to come into this pose. Inhale into your halfway lift. Bring your hands onto your shins. Find a tabletop back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, press through the feet, reach all the way up. Take your arms up, take your gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. Find your breath. Bring your hands down by your sides. Let's take that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lengthen through the sides. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bend your knees to bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale into your halfway lift, hands on the shins, tabletop back. Exhale as you refold. Inhale, press through the feet, reach all the way up. Lengthen through the sides, bring your palms together. Exhale as you bring them down in front of the heart space. Find your breath. Let's bring in some low lunges. Strong through the legs. This is an active pose, Tadasana pose. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bring your fingertips to the floor, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale into a halfway lift. Think about lengthening the neck. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, lower the knee down, untuck the toe, keep the breath going. Let's set up for low lunge. Hips are facing forward, press the back foot into the mat. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up, look up. As you exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, step back to downward facing dog. Find your breath in downward dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Press the hands into the mat. Hips are high. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the knees down to the mat. Take an inhale as you bring the upper body up. Keep the breath going, step the right foot forward. Hips are facing forward. We're going to bring a twist into this low lunge. So take an inhale as you bring the arms up. As you exhale, plant your hands either side of your foot. As you inhale, sweep the right arm up, twisting towards the knee. As you exhale, plant the palm down. We're going to come into runner's lunge. So lift the back knee. Check in with this front knee. Make sure you're not overextending. If you are, send the back foot back a little bit. Make sure your knees stacked over your ankle. Come onto your fingertips. Take your gaze forward. Don't drop the neck down. Take an inhale and a nice long exhale. Walk your fingertips forward slightly. Engage your core. Press into the front foot. Bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Let's meet in halfway lift. Find your tabletop back. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths and check in with the neck. Make sure you're not looking down at your toes. You want a nice long neck and you want a tabletop back. So we're not hunching over the hips. Send the shoulders down the back. Bring your attention to your breath. On your next exhale, fold. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Fold into your legs. On your inhale, press through your feet. Reach up, look up. Bring your palms together. Exhale as you bring them down in front of your heart space. Check in with the breath. Notice the sensations in your body. but just notice them. Don't attach any judgment to them. Listen for your inner critic, and if you hear it, take your attention away from it by concentrating on your breathing. Let's do all that on the other side. Find your strong legs, bring your hands down by your sides. Take that tuck of the chin so you've got a nice long neck. Inhale as you sweep the arms up, lengthen through the sides. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold into the legs, bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale into your halfway lift, find that tabletop back. As you exhale, plant your hands, step the left foot back, lower the knee down. Let's set up for low lunge. Take your time. Bring the upper body up, press the back foot into the mat. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward dog. Press your hands into the mat. We want to concentrate on lengthening the spine. Don't worry about getting your heels to the mat. Lengthening the breath. See if you can find your long, even breath in downward dog. On your next exhale, bring both knees down to the mat. Untuck your toes, bring your upper body up. This time, step the left foot forward. Knees stacked over the ankle, back foot is pressed into the mat. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up. We're going to come into the twist. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, plant your hands. Let's come into runner's lunge. So tuck the back toe, come onto your fingertips if that feels okay. Check in with that knee, make sure it's over the ankle. Send your gaze forwards. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Stay nice and strong. Walk your fingertips forwards a little bit and then really press into the front foot. Engage your core as you bring the back foot up to meet the front foot. Inhale into your halfway lift. Find that tabletop back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, press through the feet, reach all the way up. Press, press, press. Exhale as you bring your hands to your heart space. Let's come into another half sun salutation. Then we're going to come into a high lunge. Do a little bit of standing work. So find your strong legs. Take an inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bring your fingertips to the floor. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. So you want a wide stride, so your back heel is lifted and your front knee is over your ankle. If you're like this, guide your knee back. If you need to take your back foot back a little further, take it back further. But make sure you've got that line between your knee and your ankle. We're going to come up to high lunge. So press, press, press into the front foot. Bring your upper body up. Check in with that knee. Make sure it's not come back. Engage the back glute. Take an inhale as you sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bring your palms down in front of your chest. Check in with the breath. Now from here, we're going to come into Warrior Two. Start to straighten the front leg And then turn on the ball of the back foot as you drop your back heel onto the mat. So your back foot is facing the long edge of the mat, your front foot is facing the short edge of the mat. Then we're going to bend into the front knee, keep the knee stacked over the ankle, and then bring your arms out, nice and wide. Nice and strong, warrior arms. Take your gaze over your front arm. Feel the heat build in that front thigh. And then flip the palms so the palms are facing up. And as you inhale, straighten the front leg, bring your palms together, press your palms together. As you exhale, come back down. Inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, bend into that knee. Let's go one more. Inhale, press the palms together. Exhale, bend back into the knee. Flip your palms so they're facing the ground. Stay strong. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then take an inhale as you straighten the front leg. Bring your hands onto your hips. Turn the front toe so you're facing the long edge of the mat. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, come forwards and down. Release your hands to the mat, or if they don't quite reach, bring them onto your ankles or the back of your shins, but let your neck release here. Look behind you, let your head feel heavy. So we're going to come up to standing, but you've got a couple of options here. You can come up from wide leg forward fold, pressing in through the feet and just come up to a standing position. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little more, walk your hands towards the foot at the top of the mat as you turn on your toes, coming back into a runner's lunge. Come up onto the fingertips, look forward, really press into that front foot as you bring your back foot up to meet your front foot. Come into your halfway lift on your inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale as you press through the feet. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of your heart space. Find your breath. Let's take that on the other side. Nice, strong, active legs. Engage the glutes, draw the navel back towards the spine. Take an inhale as you bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale into your halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, nice wide stride. Toes are facing forwards, bend into the front knee, press into that front foot as you bring the upper body up. Come into high lunge, engage that glute, bring the hands up on your inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart space. Take a breath in high lunge. Let's come into warrior two. So straighten the front leg, turn on the ball of the back foot as you drop the heel down onto the mat. If you need to go a little wider, or you can go a little wider, send that back foot back. Bend into the front knee. Check in with this knee, don't let it fall in. If it starts to fall in, just gently guide it back. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. Check in with the tailbone. Gently tuck it in and then bring in your strong warrior arms. Really press your fingertips in opposite directions. Take your gaze over that front arm. Check in with the knee. Make sure you've not come out of that bend. Take your gaze over your front arm. Find your breath. Flip your palms. On your inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the palms together. As you exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, press your palms together. And come back to warrior two. Let's do one more. Inhale, press the palms together. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Check in with the knee, make sure it's over the ankle. Turn the palms, check in with the shoulders, make sure they're away from the ears. Let the heat build in that thigh. Straighten the front leg, bring your hands onto your hips, turn your toes. So toes are facing forwards, hips are facing forwards. This time, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come into your forward fold, your wide leg forward fold. Let your arms come up if that feels okay in your shoulders. If this does not feel comfortable, release your hands down onto the mat or onto your legs. Let your head hang, look behind you. If your hands are clasped, release them down onto the floor or your legs. So we're going to make our way up to standing. So again, you have a choice. You can press yourself up to standing nice and slowly, or come with me, take the runner's lunge. Walk your fingers, walk your toes, all toes facing forwards. Bend into that front knee. Come up onto the fingertips, look forward, press into the front foot as you bring your back foot up to join you. Inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, press through the feet. Reach up, stretch through the sides. Exhale as you bring your hands to your heart space. Take a moment. Find your breath. Let's take one more. Half sun salutation. Then we're going to step back to downward dog. Then we're going to come onto the floor to take our balance. So find those strong legs, pressing the feet into the mat, lifting the kneecaps, engaging the quads, engaging the glutes. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Stay active in your Tadasana pose. Find your breath. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. Look up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale into halfway lift. Tabletop back. This time, as we plant our hands, we're stepping back to downward dog. Press your chest towards your knees. Find that length in your spine. Press the hands into the mat. On your exhale, release your knees down. Come into tabletop position. Our balance is going to be bird dog. So you want to make sure you've got your knees are hip distance apart. Your wrists, elbows and shoulders are stacked. We're not coming forward. We want to be in a nice line. Engage your core. And then send your right foot back. So point your toe, bring your big toe onto the mat. Press the ground away with your hands. And then gently start to lift the right leg. Don't go too high. You want to keep your hips facing the mat. So not so high up that your hip starts to wing out to the side. Keep your core engaged here. So draw that belly button back towards your spine. Stay here or bring the opposite arm forward. So if your right leg is back, your left arm comes forward. Press your fingertips away. Press your toes away. Bring your attention to your breath. Don't worry if you've got a bit of a shake on. Release your hand down onto the mat. Release your knee down onto the mat. Bring your knees together. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Forearms come down. Head comes down. Breathe it out. Stretch it out. Press yourself back up into tabletop position. We're going to take that on the other side. So reset, make sure you've got your knees hip distance apart. Your fingers are nice and spread, so you've got that nice wide base to work with, nice stable base. And then send your left foot back. So point your toe, the toes on the floor. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Lift the left leg. Stay here or send the right arm forward. Imagine you're trying to touch the wall in front of you with your fingers. Reach the wall behind you with your toes. Keep your core engaged. Try not to hold your breath. Bring your right hand down. Bring your left knee down. Let's sit back into child's pose. Sink your hips back towards your heels. And then this time, bring your hands behind your back with your palms facing up. See if you can relax the tops of your forearms onto the floor and your head on the floor. Feel that difference in the rounding of the spine. And then bring your hands forward, press yourself up into tabletop position. We're going to come down for a back bend. So we're going to start with King Cobra. So lower yourself down onto the mat, nice and gently. Feet are as wide as the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Don't have them in front of your shoulders. Make sure they're underneath your shoulders. Your elbows are tucked in tight. The key to this is to do it slowly with control. Don't throw yourself into your back bend. Keep your nose towards the mat, send your shoulders down your back, and then press into your palms. Slowly peel away from the mat. Keep your gaze at the floor. Don't throw your head back. Keep your elbows tucked in tight. Give your glutes a squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale slowly. Lower down to the mat. Keep those elbows tucked in. Let those triceps do some work. From here, have a go at pressing back into extended child's pose. So bring your big toes together as you widen your knees and then press through your hands. Press all the way back into extended child's pose. Release your hands, release your head. Find your breath. Take an inhale, press through the hands. Bring your knees together. Come round onto your back. Let's stretch off our hips in bridge pose. So your ankles are underneath your knees. Rest your shoulders into the mat. Have your palms facing down. Take an inhale as you press through the feet. Bring the hips up. Keep active in the feet and give your glutes a squeeze when you get to the top. Keep the breath going. And on your exhale, release your hips down onto the mat. Oh. let's do a figure 4. So bring your right ankle onto your left knee. Bring your right hand onto your right knee. And then press that knee away. Stay here, or bring the left foot off the floor, interlace your hands behind your left leg. Use your right elbow to press the right knee away. Just check in with the neck. Make sure you're not on the crown of the head, balancing on the crown of the head. And then release your hands, release your feet. Let's go with the other leg. So left foot, left ankle onto the right knee. Bring your left hand onto the inside of your left thigh. Press, gently press that left leg away. Stay here, or bring the right foot off the floor. Interlace your hands behind that right leg. Use your elbow to guide that left leg away. Release your hands, release your feet. Let's come into a reclined twist. So walk your feet out so that they're on the outer edges of the mat, and don't have your ankles too close to your glutes. Walk them down a little bit. Bring your arms out so your palms are facing up, and then drop your knees over to the right. Come onto the outer edges of the feet. Any discomfort in the lower back, take your feet a little further down the mat, or just come out of the twist. If you're okay in the twist, when your knees are comfortable, take your gaze over your left shoulder. And then gently start to guide your hips onto the mat. Bring your knees back to center. Walk your feet out, reset your feet so they're on the outer edges of the mat. And then drop your knees over to the left. And then this time, take your gaze over your right shoulder. Gently guide your knees back to center, bring your head back to center, and then bring your knees in towards your chest. Take a hug, take hold of your wrists or your elbows. Keep the back of the hips on the mat. Take a rock from side to side. Take a moment to thank yourself. Take some nice long breaths. And then set up for Shavasana. Sending the legs long if that feels good for you. Let your body feel heavy. Give yourself permission to rest. Relax the backs of the hands. Relax your brow. Relax your jaw. I'm going to leave you here, resting in Shavasana. So take as long as you need. And I'll see you next time.